Welcome back to some more Build 42 adventures with me, Chuck Miller. Now, previously we stumbled across a really big farming supply store just to the southwest of Echo Creek at a crossroads, and Chuck walked out of there with a lot of gear, a lot of farming supplies and gear. We've got gardening trowels, hand forks, scythes, rakes, sacks, but also a fine selection of seeds. So it is time to get to grips with some of the new sort of basics. It has to be basic because I'm still learning some of the new basics with regards to farming in Build 42. Now, one other interesting thing I did find in that farming supply store was this magazine, which teaches you all of the growing seasons for all of the new crops. But let's just take a moment just to look at all of the new crops that there are. Broccoli, cabbages, carrots, cauliflowers, that all used to be, that's the OG. Along with potatoes and radishes and strawberries and tomatoes, but that was it. What is that, 7-8 crops? But look how much longer that list is. You've got all sorts of extra things: onions, cucumbers, bell peppers, spinach. I mean, I'm not really sure, pumpkins. I'm not really sure about bothering to grow some of the herbs. Actually, the herbs aren't even listed here. So you've got things like thyme and parsley and rosemary, all new additions. There's so much more crops you can now grow. They do take a lot longer to grow, I think, but if we're going to plant some crops, we need to clear an area. So we haven't got much of an axe, we've just got a hand axe. We're just going to need to chop down a couple of trees. Now hopefully this will kill two birds with one stone, because now to build a rain collector barrel, which we're going to need to be able to water all these crops we're going to grow, you need level 3 carpentry, not level 4, level 3 carpentry. Man, we really need a proper axe, and we're nearly at level 3 carpentry. So hopefully cutting down some trees, sawing them into planks, will give Chuck enough XP to get to level 3 carpentry. So as soon as we planted the crops, we can then build some rain collector barrels as well. Let's get to work. Okay, so it's a lot of hard work. Cutting down these trees, it's taken a good 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hits. And I just wanted to check the hatchet's condition, because usually with this small sort of weapon, it used to be called a hand axe, cutting down about 4 or 5 trees would totally destroy the condition. But no loss. But look at this, it's all broken down now. Everything is so much more complicated. You've got sharpness, handle condition, head condition. That is all connected to the new crafting system. So much more to consider now. Yeah, well, it used to be you only had to worry about being a little bit out of breath, but now of course you got the muscle strain. So even though Chuck is only at the first level of exertion, the muscle strain is absolutely agony. He's got throbbing pain. It's hard to keep focused. He's cut down about half a dozen trees, which, yeah, I suppose that would be correct in real life, but it just slows you down so much. Okay, well, the muscle pain has actually subsided really quickly, but Chuck is still a bit out of breath. So what he's going to do is just going to finish reading Agriculture 1 while he makes a full recovery, and then he's going to cut down the rest of the trees, plant some seeds. Okay, well, that is Agriculture 1 completely read. Now again, Chuck has had a couple of days off, so he's read Foraging. He's not read Masonry 1 yet because he's not really champing at the bit to build walls. There's just no need, but he's read Foraging 1. He's now just finished reading Agriculture level 1. Now, just briefly, I'm really happy to see this drowsy Moodle. Just these last few days, Chuck stopped getting sleepy. He went 36 hours and he didn't get sleepy at all, and I thought, oh great, that's the save broken. How's that gonna work? Can I just ignore that or what? But he took some sleeping pills and then he slept just fine. Right, let's cut down some more trees and then we should have enough area to plant whatever crops we can in July. Okay, so that is now a lot of raw materials for making stuff. Probably can't make any of it yet because we've hardly found any recipes, but we've got enough of an area clear now to plant some crops. Now, I thought that was a zombie then, but it's just Chuck being a little bit out of breath and minor pain. He's a bit of a heavy breather. Now I mentioned that we read that magazine, the growing seasons, and I was like, well, okay, well, where do you... And I also read a couple of the seed packs, thinking that that would then clearly show you where exactly all the growing seasons are. Because I guess if you plant things out of season, they just don't grow, which is basically what I managed to do with the potatoes and the thyme that I planted previously. But if you go to info, discovered recipes and media, that's all the books I've read so far, so it's a nice little reminder. There's actually quite a lot there. A lot of useful school books read already: carpentry, electrical, foraging and mechanics. But we've got this here, agriculture. So this lists all of the crops, alphabetical order, and when they can be planted, basically. So it's quite interesting because you've got the planting season. Cabbages is quite long, you think, fine. But it says does have a best month and a poor month. So even though you can plant in August, they're probably gonna, I presume a poor month means they're gonna grow a lot slower. Let's have a look. So it's July, so let's have a look what we can properly plant and that will grow sort of normally. Okay, well, after reviewing a very, very long list of crop planting information and looking at all of the crops, the seeds that Chuck has found, we can plant 2 crops: seeds, leeks and sweet potato. They can be planted in July. Basically, it's just a little bit late in the year to plant most of the crops. They're best to be planted in April, May, that sort of time. But it's a start. But the other downer is just how long these crops take to grow. Now, I appreciate that is realistic. That is one of the core sort of things with Project Zomboid and what attracts a lot of people to Project Zomboid. But leeks take 150 days to grow. 150 days, that's 5 months. Now, if you are surviving in a zombie apocalypse for 5 months, I don't think the prospect of leeks growing is going to be the thing that keeps you going. But it is what it is. We'll plant the sweet potatoes, we'll plant the leeks and make sure they're well watered in line with the instructions, and then we'll think about what we're going to do next tomorrow. Okay, it is the next morning. Still can't walk through doors while you're eating, it seems. Chuck has had a couple of eggs for breakfast. I mean, he's kind of living off eggs at the moment. I can't shudder to think what that's doing to his plumbing. Now, that's the start of the farming. There's the crops. We've got 10 plots, I think. 5 lots of sweet potatoes, 5 lots of leeks. I guess the way to approach farming, if you have a safe house, if you're base, if you're not a nomad and you're looking to grow some crops, at the start of every month, I guess you just review the list of all the seeds, because I mean, maybe you'll be able to remember it all eventually, but there's a couple dozen. So I think it's probably a really good habit. It's just at the start of every month, you just check what is actually good to plant for that month and then move on. Speaking of moving on, let's saw up some of these logs, hopefully get to level 3 carpentry, and then we can build as many rain collector barrels as we've got garbage bags. Okay, well, Chuck has sawn up 3 logs. It's taking him a couple of hours. Yeah, he's got 9 planks, but he's getting 1 XP. 1 XP for every log he saws up. So not only does it take forever, and you also get the muscle strain, you get tired. He's sawn up 3 logs, but yeah, I guess I get it. In real life, it is hard work, but what a slog. And for get 1 XP for sawing up a log. I don't know how we're going to get Chuck to carpentry level 3. I really don't. Wow, would you look at that? It's been 3 hours. Chuck's sawed up 4 logs. He's got minor damage, severe muscle strain. He has got throbbing pain. So again, he's just going to have to take a little bit of a rest before he can think about doing anything else, in case he encounters any zombies. He needs to be fighting fit and ready to defend himself. Oh man, you have to take things slow in build 42. Okay, well Chuck's had a little bit of a rest now. It turns out a lot of the physical damage he was taking was actually due to the fact that he was carrying 84 grass cuttings, which had a stack increment of 8.4. Ooh, look at that. You can actually eat grass cuttings. Seriously? With a hunger of -7? There's no warning to say that you shouldn't eat them. I mean, people shouldn't eat grass, right? I don't know if you're supposed to sort of lay them out to dry. I mean, I don't know. Should we lay a couple out? Let's grab a couple. Just lay them out. Let's grab 4. Where should we lay them out? Let's just lay them out over here. Oh, well, let's put them on the ground and see if anything happens to those over time. Certainly not going to try eating them. That's for sure. That seems like a really bad idea. Now, the next thing to experience in a build 42 styley, it is foraging. Chuck has read the book. He's got foraging at level 1. Let's just enable search mode and let's see what we can find. Okay, well there we go. That is level 1 foraging. It took just a couple of hours of foraging. We're just foraging behind. Ooh, the bounty keeps coming. We're just foraging behind the gas station in this field. Let's pick up the berries. Let me just show you everything that Chuck has found. Just get out of that. Disable the search mode. So, to get to level 1 foraging in a couple of hours, it was really interesting experience. Chuck managed to find a long stick, which is going to be really useful for crafting a lot of different tools, as I remember it. And he found some twigs and a tree branch, which he did just discard. But he's found also 3 lots of hemp dogbane. Ooh, look at that. You can twist that into rope. That is interesting. And what else did he find? He found some sunflower seeds, some termites. Yeah, hunger -1. He'd have to be pretty desperate. And some unknown berries. Now, if you think he's eating those, absolutely no chance. But there we are. Berries, termites, sunflower seeds. Wow, they are not in the best condition, are they? I thought that would make a nice snack, but -1 hunger, and that is a lot of boredom and unhappiness. So let's just drop most of the things that we found. But there's level 1 foraging. I feel like we want to do some more. Let's see what else we can find that could be useful for crafting or God knows what else, and let's see if we can spend the rest of this afternoon foraging and get up to level 2. Okay, with finding those berries, that is foraging level 2. We got some tempting morsels to look at. Actually just need to pick those up to get a little bit more XP. There we go. But yeah, there's no way we're eating unknown wild berries or mushrooms, but let's just disable that. Again, it's been interesting, it's been useful, but also with the sound of the birds in the trees and birds flying away and fluttering, a very relaxing experience. Now we've got twigs, stones, long sticks, broken long sticks and a broken branch, as well as mushrooms and berries, just by zigzagging behind gas station. Just looking for a couple of garbage bags while we're here. I don't know how we're going to get to carpentry level 3, but at some point we're going to need garbage bags to build that rain collector barrel. Well, would you look at that in a mailbox? Chuck's finding it hard to find garbage bags. He's actually gone quite far north and he found this parcel. And I thought, well, it's got something in it. I'll just put it on the floor. And would you look at that? We've got quite a lot of wine, so let's grab it. I think Chuck's going to have a good night. Okay, well, another interesting find. We've almost got enough garbage bags. I'm sure we've got some garbage bags. We might as well just collect 4 to make sure. But I mean, even bin diving could be fruitful. Look at this. We've got an empty bucket and it can hold 10,000 milliliters. So we're going to definitely leave that outside, collect some rainwater in it. Really useful. Okay, well, Chuck has made it back to the safety of his gas station base. He's absolutely knackered because he was carrying a lot of gear. He's dropped it all off, but there's just one other thing I wanted to quickly show that's different from build 41. You can now pick up crates without any sort of carpentry skill, which is a really, really welcome change. It's always so frustrating when you want to pick up some basic furniture and yeah, you can't because you haven't done enough learning about carpentry. I know it made no sense, but now you can just pick up crates like, you know, a normal person. Okay, well, one thing that Chuck hasn't dropped off is this. So it's time to open and drink a whole bottle of wine and have some instant popcorn. I mean, why the hell not? Ah, well, there we are. There's another level up. Cooking is leveled up really quickly. Chuck has not read any sort of cooking book, so yeah, he's just done a few basic sandwiches, so to get to level 1 is a little bit of a surprise. Yeah, that's a nice little animation with opening the wine. Couldn't find it at first because you actually need to be, yeah, you need to be standing next to a flat surface for it to do that. Well, I don't know. Is there any telly on? Let's stick the telly on, sit on the sofa, and get pissed. Okay, it's a little reminder that, yeah, the world has ended. There's no actual TV, so we're watching Exposure Survival all again, where we have popcorn and while we drink a whole bottle of red wine. Okay, well, we've drunk the whole bottle of wine and Chuck is inebriated. And is it me, or is everything just a little bit blurry in the peripheral vision? That's a nice touch. Let's see if it will actually help Chuck get to sleep tonight. Okay, well, Chuck has had a good night's sleep. That is 2 nights in a row. This is his pajamas. Basically, he's got long johns and a military t-shirt. I'm not sure how I feel about the prospect of having to take off all your clothes, to drop all your gear, all your weapons, every evening before bed, just to ensure that your character gets a good night's sleep, which in terms of fatigue and everything like that, well, you get a cork. You get a cork from the wine. But in terms of fatigue, getting a good night's sleep is absolutely central. But yeah, I'm really not sure about having to have a daily routine of dropping off all your gear. But it is what it is. So it is time for Chuck to hit the road. He's going to go on a bit of a road trip. He's just going to drive around and see what he can find. I mean, it's worked really well so far, apart from Guns Unlimited. He's found a lot of interesting, well, quite a few, maybe not a lot, but a few interesting locations. So let's hope he can find some more. And we're going to go just south to the crossroads, just south of Echo Creek, past the farming supply store. Let's see what we can find. Okay, well, again, not for the first time. Chuck has taken the wrong turn and he's ended up at this dead end again. Now, just with regards to this uncomfortable moodle, it is all coming from this catcher's vest. So I'm only gonna, if I'm going on a car journey, I'm gonna just take it off and leave it on the seat next to me, so I can get rid of this moodle so it doesn't stack. What is the issue with these? It's an egg and food container. There's nothing there. Yeah, so I'm only gonna put this catcher's vest on when I absolutely need to, when I'm expecting to encounter zombies. You can see the day's going really quick, but this is a big 2-story home. Could be some really valuable loot, so let's hope it's worth Chuck's time and effort. Okay, this is a big house. There's lots of rooms, and but not much in the way of gear. I'm going to start taking sheets every time now, so I can make several sling bags, because it's better than nothing in terms of bags and loot, because I haven't found a single, well, no, I tell a lie, I finally found the first bag, a small backpack on some random zombie that I saw just as I was driving outside of Echo Creek. Let's continue searching the rest of this house and then move on. Okay, well, of course, I just remembered you can remove the long curtains to make for a sheet as well. So I've got a couple of sheets, and I can with this one just right click and make a couple of sling bags. Better than nothing. Hopefully we can fill those with some loot by the end of today. And speaking of loot, that is all we found in this huge 2-story house. A little bit of food. In fact, let's just have the tortilla chips now. Let's just check around the back and see if there's any sort of outhouse or garage or shed. Ooh, I think there might be a basement looking at that. Okay, well, just the one zombie out back. We're going with the, what is that, pipe wrench, which is short blunt. Yeah, there you go. You got to keep your eyes out. It's so easy to forget. After all these years. Ooh, it's locked. Okay, well, let's see if we can break it down. Okay, there we go. The wrong sort of noise for it. Okay, we need to be careful here. Pitch black. Can't hear anything. I just feel that one day we're going to walk down into a basement and it's just going to be absolutely chocker with zombies and it's going to be all over. Ooh, we got quite a few. Wow, that is a lot of interesting gear. Let's just grab it all. I mean, this is a difficulty. I've said it before. You don't know. I mean, there's just so much crafting and recipes now. You don't know what you're going to need. And you don't want to miss out on anything that you might not see again for like literally weeks or days. And then, yeah, you've got to craft something and you need that item and then you just can't remember where you saw it. I mean, yesterday I picked up some string just in case. Okay, well, let's see if we can finally find the right road outside of Echo Creek. We'll continue south. Where's that? Wow, where did you come from? Continue south out of Echo Creek. I want to stop off at the farming supply store. There were some crops there that almost come to a harvest state, and it's been a couple of days, so with a bit of luck, they'll be harvestable. I think there was some carrots and cauliflowers. Let's go and find it. I know it seems a bit random, but just before we leave, I'm going to grab one of these hay bales. Now, at some point, I might... Oh, of course, yeah. There had to be a zombie when I'm carrying a really heavy hay bale. Well, this is just Chuck showing off. Can we push him down? I wanted to grab the hay bale because at some point, do actually want to try and get to grips with some sort of animal farming. But the reason I'm not doing it yet is, well, basically because it really ties you to that location. I think in terms of animal care, you need to look in on them every day. And at the moment, the priority is actually hitting the road, searching areas, looking for zombies. I mean, not zombies, interesting locations and loot. I mean, the farming supply store is a really good example of that. And I'm hoping, as we continue to drive south through what is mainly farming land, we can find a few other interesting locations. Okay, we're still at this house. A couple of zombies turned up and slowed Chuck down, and he needed to get back to the house just to fill up his sports bottle. But yeah, look at this. I mean, Chuck is not cut out with this zombie apocalypse life. It's been going a couple of weeks already. He's killed nearly 300 or 400 zombies, and yeah, he's still finding the going tough. Of course, also missed this garage. Can we open it? Okay, let's see if we can break it down with this hatchet. You never know what valuable items could be inside. That is interesting. Oh, wow. That is a lot of interesting gear. Let's grab another bag and fill it up. Okay, well, that is that garage emptied, and a lot of interesting, potentially useful gear. Another tool, a claw hammer this time, another weapon, a hatchet. I got a feeling we're going to need those things at some point. Safety goggles. We've got a small sword. Now grab the tarp, because you can actually make rain collector barrels now with tarps as well as garbage bags. But you know what? It is getting late. Chuck has, I mean, he's only had to kill about 8 or 9 zombies today, and he hasn't seen the zombie before that for a couple of days. But it's too much for him. He is at the breaking point. So we're going to actually stay the night in this house. We've cleared the area of zombies. We've got a decent amount of food that we can cook. We've got fish fillet, pork. So it makes sense to cook that before it goes off. So just going to grab some downtime. He's going to cook up some food, read a book, and he's going to hit the road tomorrow. Okay, it is the next morning. Let's get Chuck equipped and let's get on the road. Let's leave Echo Creek behind. See what we can find down south. Okay, so back at the crossroads, back at the farming supply store. Now, Chuck's already kind of cleared out this place for most of the useful stuff. But as you can see, just in the back, there's quite a few crops. So let's hope some of them are now harvestable, because that'd be a nice little addition to his palette. Ooh, so tantalizing. Almost ready for harvest. Potatoes and radishes and carrots and broccoli. Almost ready cabbages as well. There's a bit of everything here. Young tomato vines. I don't know how much longer they're going to take to grow until they're harvestable, because Chuck doesn't have the farming experience to be able to tell. We have made a note on the map. So hopefully we will remember to come back here, because that is a lot of crops. That could be a nice XP boost to farming. But let's jump back in the Ranger truck and let's continue our journey south, see what we can find. Okay, well, I'm intrigued by this high fence. Not seeing any sort of infrastructure there, so I don't know what boundary it's marking off. This fence line is absolutely massive. You can see we've gone off to the northwest now, and it just goes on and on and on. Ooh, now this is gonna almost certainly be some sort of farm. So is it going to be worth the effort? Probably not. Chuck is already at breaking point. Oh my god, that absolutely terrified me then. That absolutely terrified me then. I was like, what the hell is running this way? Chuck's forgotten to put his hatcher's vest on, and the zombies are incoming. Okay, well, we're going to see just how much that at breaking point Moogle affects Chuck's ability to take down the zombies. Doesn't have... Ooh, that was a bad miss. He doesn't have a great deal of... oh no, oh my god. That zombie was moving so quickly. He doesn't have a great deal of experience in the hatchet, in the axe, but hopefully by the end of today, it'll be a very different story. Okay, well, Chuck really is finding this hard going. Not really sure he'll be taking on too much here. Yeah, this is kind of really a lot harder than I would expect Chuck to be finding this in this time. I mean, as I said, he's really experienced. He's killed 400 or 500 zombies. And let's just get the catcher's vest on. But he's already out of breath. He is at breaking point, and there's a really bad smell, and there's still more zombies coming. Let's just drive on ahead. We'll ignore all the zombies. We'll see what we can find. Oof. That is a lot of zombies to ignore. This is a big farm. Ooh, what is this? Have we got a farming shop? We got cows. I can't quite see what is inside the... Oh my god. That cow absolutely terrified me then. Oh my god. We got some cows on the loose. It's nothing to do with me. Wow. There are a lot of zombies here. I mean, it's good to get this marked on the map. It could do with some sort of signage on the outside so we can see what they are. Well, there's way too many zombies for Chuck to take on today, and there's definitely, almost certainly not going to be anything here worth risking his life for. But this is a really big dairy farm with a dead end, so we're gonna have to drive all the way back through the zombies to get out of here. But let's continue searching. I don't think this is going to be worth stopping for. Okay, we got a bit of everything here. We've got sheep, we've got chickens, and we've got a car that stopped working. Don't do that to me. Oh my god, that was scary. Imagine being stranded here. We're far from home. There's a lot of zombies nearby, but look at this. That is a massive farm. I mean, that's way too much for just one person. And we got another dead end. Of course we do. Yeah, we're just down the road. I mean, literally just down the road. There's just one small little house. And Chuck has run out of water. So I'm kind of thinking, yep, we need to stop off somewhere sooner rather than later. There's more zombies here than I'd like. It's nice that it dropped the bag. We've got quite a fight on our hands here. So this is definitely time for a metal baseball bat. Yeah, this is going to be quite a struggle. Those negative moodles are getting quite numerous, and it's really going to affect Chuck's ability. But we've got the metal baseball bat. There's only 6 or 7 zombies, only, he says. Man, that is a lot of negative moodles. Let's hope he can do this. Well, the answer is a resounding yes, and in a beautiful bit of timing. Ooh, Western boots. Let's not get distracted. In a beautiful bit of timing, that is another level up, this time in Long Blunt. Very welcome indeed. Okay, well, hopefully that is the area pretty much clear. Let's just search the corpses. But yeah, Chuck definitely needs a little bit of a rest. But of course, there's always another zombie. There's 3 zombies just came out of nowhere, out from the trees. There's probably still, yeah, there's probably still a couple of zombies in the farm area. And so just when you think you're safe, something else comes to get you. Right, I'm not really sure how much more of this Chuck can take. This would have been so much harder without this metal baseball bat, that is for sure. There's a lot of things hampering his ability to fight at the moment. Let's hope that is finally it. Chuck is really parched. He's still a little bit out of breath, and yeah, he needs a bit of a break. I was going to just sit down on the floor just to catch a breather, but there's blood everywhere, there's corpses everywhere, it's an awful odor, so that is not an option. There's still 3 zombies right outside the house, but I think to get the rest that Chuck needs, he's got no choice but to take them out. Okay, so has Chuck, don't get too eager to take him out, has Chuck got the energy? I think so. Now, interestingly, this house right behind him is boarded up. So again, I don't know if that's going to be a sign of some valuable loot in there. We were disappointed the first time. Oh, and in a really bad bit of timing. That is the baseball bat taken out. Man, what happened here? This place looks like bedlam. It's all boarded up, and there's a couple of corpses inside. Let's just check the outskirts first. Oh no, oh my god. Almost walked right into that guy. Man, Chuck really needs to find some water, and soon. But for now, the zombies just keep coming. There's a lot of zombies, considering this is one tiny little farmhouse with a little bit of, oh my god. Yeah, I think he's just gonna, I think he's dying of thirst. What the hell? I think we're just gonna have to drive back to base. This is too much. There's no need. We don't need to stop for water. We're not actually that far south, and yet I've just remembered I've forgotten to pick up the sling bag. Do need that. It's got loot. We're not ready to say goodbye to that. Is it worth risking his life for? Probably not. Is he going to do it anyway? Absolutely. But he can barely swing. Oh, I'm glad that zombie went down. He can barely swing this pipe wrench at the moment. We need to take these 2 out and get the hell out of here. Okay, well, look at this. This is kind of escalated quickly. Chuck is dying of thirst. He's now got hypothermia. He's delirious. The heat is melting your life away. We've got to get somewhere colder, so we've put the aircon on. We've whacked it on the maximum. It is 112 degrees. Oh my god, in the car. Come on, that should be cooling down. Man, we need to get somewhere safe and quick. Okay, so we made it back to the farming store. Now we've jammed up the aircon, and it has done the trick, because for a moment Chuck had got sunstroke, but the aircon in the car got him down, and now he's fine. But he's just dying of thirst, that's all. Finally, some water. That's a little bit of a lesson for him, though. He does need, I mean, it's summer. It got it to 90 degrees, and he's swinging away, fighting zombies in a hoodie and a catcher's vest. It just goes to show you need to be a little bit more thoughtful with every step you take now. Kind of almost just basically just got too hot, and I need to take some more water. So let's see if there's any bottle of water here that we could grab. Okay, no water bottle. Oh my god, look at the state of Chuck. He's absolutely covered in blood. You know what? I think he's had enough for today, the poor guy. He is absolutely at breaking point. Oh my god, where's the light? All I wanted him to experience was a little road trip. Find somewhere a little bit more interesting, find some more loot. And yeah, we did that, but he kind of, he almost paid a heavy price for it. He's safe now, but just as I said, you just got to be really careful, really plan ahead, really make sure you've got all your gear. Otherwise, yeah, you could have made what seemed to be a simple mistake a deadly one. That's going to have to be it for today. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. We're still learning. There's still so much to learn with Build 42. It's kind of everything is different and everything is the same, man. We need to wash that hoodie. Smash that like button, sub, comment, hit that notification bell so you know when the next episode is going to be. I've now changed the schedule a little bit. We're going to be, there'll be a new episode out every other day. Of course. Yeah. That hoodie is so messy. There's not enough water. Oh well. See you soon, guys. Peace.